Alright, now that the recording started, YouTube, you didn't miss much. I literally just traveled to this place. That's it. Sound. There we go. And the inn. Nell, Arium, House, Fairmont Manor. Hey, the charred barrel.
They won't see me coming.
Are you just more bulls? Yep. You. That's where you
Greetings.
are. Yeah, I got the medallion. Kristen's eyes are as wide as round as the artifact in his hands. He's given my people a gift we couldn't possibly repay. I'll do the best I can, though. Bag of coins in your hands. Everything I have. Take it, please. Thanks. You'll always be an honored guest among the Shattering Spear. Farewell. Awesome, that's done. Okay. What else do we have? Let's see. This is at the Salty Mast. So... I think I know where the Salty Mast is. Let's go there. Gift.
You had 5 siblings?
That's right. Between the 6 of us, I don't think the house has known a single day's quiet. Of course, a little chaos makes it far easier to get away with
Okay.
mischief.
And now they're around here
Yes,
somewhere, so I
imagine
gotta find
that
them.
comes in handy.
Been papered over from the inside. Well, let's go inside then. See what's inside here. A bunch of attics. Going to assumed it correctly. These souls, I just wish it would be useful for something. I mean, it's probably great flavor text, don't get me wrong, but... You. Youngish elven man squints at you in surprise. You can't just barge into somebody's home like this. Who do you think you are? The elf who lives here. Now get out. Bari Kolfek. But apparently you don't mind if I take this stuff. Well, knob on the underside suggests that the table is fashioned from a derelict door. The slightest pressure causes it to wobble atop the barrels. A day and 6 hours.
Of all the things I've gotten used to, food was the hardest adjustment.
I quite agree. Deer wouldn't oversalt everything and drown it in sauce.
And they burn out all the flavor.
Those are
Nothing
little prize
like a
fighters
raw
gap
deer
too
flesh.
small. Check out this abandoned house. Oh, it appears I've already been in here.
You fought for the Deerwood in the Saints' War?
You better grab a couple pints before you get me going on that one.
No complaints here.
We make our way to the Ramshackle house. That's a name. On this one. This seems promising. Nothing to talk about, huh? Alright, well, suppose you don't mind if I go in your Ramshackle house here. Oh, it's another soul. What about you, Vril? You're another soul as well. Stiff as a plank. Worn grimy blankets feel as if they'd come apart in the wash. Tiny something squirm within the pot of rice. What is... I am the owner of the Salty Mass wants me to stop the thugs and harass her clients and courtesans. She suspects that someone is organizing. Wander around until... Find them? What? Get there. We'll find them. I'm pretty sure they're in this section. Just gift after all. Looks like the guy's organizing them, but he won't talk to me, so... What house I want to go into. I'm gonna check down here and then I'll loop back around here.
Well met, friends.
The approach she eagerly turns to you. You're interested in doing some construction work? Your clothes are simple but nicer than most you've seen in Andra's gift. Pays good money. The workers who aren't so superstitious cowards anyway. She shakes her head. I offer good coin, but as soon as I tell them about the job, they say an oath to the Lady of Lament and spit over the dock. They all think the lighthouse is haunted, but ever since the floods of Andra's gift. Because of the war, the flood certainly claimed enough souls to pack a lighthouse full of bursting. Gift was flooded. Back at the end of the War of Defiance, it was one of the finishing blows to the Adrian military. Cost us a lot, though. The whole district was supposed to be evacuated, but not everyone left in time. The Adrians put anyone they found to the sword. The lucky ones who escaped the slaughter drowned hours later when Hadrit's forces broke the dams. Locals say the lighthouse keeper was one of the people who stayed behind and one of the last to die. Drugs. I don't know what that makes the lighthouse any. I don't know why that makes the lighthouse any more haunted than the rest of the gift, but there you have it. Have you gone inside? Who, me? She laughed nervously. Not exactly. See, my health is rather delicate, and all that dust. Wow. Good grief. Alright, when I saw two Amao deckhands running as fast as they could down the pier, I lost my nerve too. That's what I thought. I'll take a look. Good, about time someone put an end to this foolishness. It was in her pocket and pulls out a skeleton key. As she hands it to you, she hesitates. Just be careful. Not that I believe the ghost stories, but it is an old building, so watch your step. I got some questions. What might be inside? It's been uninhabited since they flooded Andra's gift. What are you building? An inn, allegedly. She brushes a single loose strand of her bun behind her ear. Gift needs a spot with a little more class than a salty mast. This district has been in the dumps ever since the War of Defiance. It seemed ready for some fresh development, so imagine my excitement when I found this place. 3 floors tall and right on the water. For sale at a reasonable price. I'm gonna make an inn in the lighthouse? So suggested that there were other interested buyers, so I closed the deal before I'd taken time to really look into it. Being from New Aimer, I knew about the floods, but I didn't know about the superstitions surrounding the lighthouse, and the cellar was long gone by the time I found out. At this point, it'll be a miracle from the Lady of Lament herself if I make my investment back. After it ordered it near the end of the War of Defiance, it was one of the finishing blows to the Adirian army and military. Oh, I've already read this. Okay. Not from Defiance Bay. Give it away. The accident is the fact that I was the dupe who paid good coin for this place. I'm from New Aimer. Northern coast, it's smaller than Defiance Bay, so I came here hoping for some fresh opportunities. Maybe the chance to do a little good in the neighborhood. Right. Well, we got a new quest out of this, so go check it out. Hey there, Thaler.
A touch of Margaret's fire should settle spirits here.
Some screaming coming in from inside. Because that's not worrisome at all. Good money in there.
Where there's a pick, there's a way. It's finished.
The patina of filth and dead barnacles reaches almost to the ceiling. Classically opaque with grime and salt. Look, a fine morning star. Oh. They didn't like that. I'm trying to figure out what they're immune to. there's something. I don't know what. Got a bunch of primal water though. One of these barrels and crates is swollen and warped as if by water. The sacks have all but rotted away. Cool. Let's go through this door. Oh, okay.
Still alive? I need something sharp. Curse your eye!
My. This isn't gonna be as easy as I thought it would.
Roll up 10! Curse your eyes! Not one.
Gravy. Okay, let's see what we got. We got.
Hey,
Roll up 10! Your tail ends here!
Can't get a good shot with this.
Rally, let's leave some remind.
My bow's ready.
I'll let Margaret's fire blaze. Here's a less.
Alright,
Let's
go
burn
after
this
this
away. No prison.
The skeleton's back.
Yes. Stand still.
should have done something.
Come on. There we go. Everyone get after that one.
Still. Still alive? Kill them all! So much for our mighty hunter.
Oh, there we go. Oh, no camping here. This is good. What? I'm gonna go rest at the inn, and then I'll come back.
How's the hand?
Cut it off.
I warned you not to pet him.
If I'm not supposed to pet him, why is he so soft?
Oh. Uh-oh.
Braved out.
Alright, these guys don't seem to be too difficult.
Dead on!
So much for you.
Odd stuff. The key. When the thugs dropped a key that looks like it belongs to a house in Andra's gift. Perfect. Probably this person. Oh, nope. Whoop. This person's house. You're not. Probably gonna be happy with me being in here.
Who's a good boy? Who needs his belly scratched?
Alright, let's go take a rest.
Hail, traveler. Hail, traveler.
Rooms, there we go. Let's see. +1 dexterity, +1 percent. +1, +2 athletics. Do that one. Alright. Everyone's all nice and rested now. There's just 20 hours, solid. company. Alrighty, back up we go.
I'll see it done. It's finished.
Up even farther. Oh,
Brave Dalfiladil.
oh boy. There's a lot more than I wanted there to be. As it feels honestly blades into existence, inflicting immediate pierce damage and a hobbled affliction on targets in the area. Effect.
Thing is
Oh, they're immune. Gosh dang it.
Putting us down!
How may I so much
What are you? Spectre? Ugh. More spells than I want to.
that's something. Okay.
More skeletons.
What is it?
Putting us down! Fight him! We're down one!
Oh, we're down to skeleton. Before we got it.
No prisoners! Bring them down! No prisoners!
fine. There we go.
Of course.
Egg? Really? Compounds and fluids in these bottles have separated into distinct layers. Yellowed fading maps of the bay around Andra's gift show routes through the locks between the dikes that hold ocean back. Carved in the post is the name Merowith and a series of notches labeled with numbers. The lowest notch reads 4, the highest notch reads 17. Oh boy, I don't want to read that. Go ahead. Evacuation note. Notice is stiff with age and salt. Adrian reports it's advancing. Immediate evacuation of Andra's gift by order. The lighthouse tower key. I probably didn't need. You're gonna pick the lock. Whatever. Oh, hello, Lilith. Shrieking sobs pierce your ears and rattle the musty rafters of the lighthouse. They emanate from the spectral figure of a woman hovering in the middle of the room. Shoulders unleashes another hair-raising wail. Oh, I don't have to. I'll get closer. As you approach, the spirit's cries take on a threatening edge. The swirling mist around its legs ripples with movement. Black pits of its eyes movement level momentarily with yours. I'll get a little closer. Your screaming grows louder and louder. Its sunken face distorts, twisting into a long, gaping mouth filled with jagged teeth. If anything were able to quell the spirit's rage, it would appear not. Okay, but I can see now. Close enough to notice that the spirit's head is tilted back, even as it looses blood-curdling howls. The faint movements of its head suggest that it's looking toward the windows and scanning the horizon. The Anguala's ghostly hands are stained with something dark. At first, you think it's blood, but it's black as ink. Banshee, or what the locals refer to as a Sanguala, wails and screams from the third floor of the light. It hasn't attacked me yet, but I'll need to get rid of it one way or another before the power is safe for Nia's workers. When I get close enough for a good look, I notice that the spirits seem to be watching the horizon for something. Its hands were stained with something dark, blood or ink perhaps. Maybe I'll find something that can help. Look. Ogwick expels a thick plume of dust. 6 on 26 foggy portful. 158 days since sighting the Red Dream. 12th, heavy rain, 2 fishing boats lost at sea. 164 days sighting the Force of Seraton. Dark clouds, Adirian ships on the horizon. 173 days since sighting. The last lighthouse keeper kept a log seemingly into the final days of defiance. This person was also tracking the appearance of a ship called the Red Dream.
Where there's a pick, there's a way.
Oh, I don't have. Lilith, we're gonna leave you here. We're not gonna fight you. Everything's gonna be okay. We'll let you pass on peacefully without any more pain. If you can feel pain. Talk to Nia.
Hail and well met.
Who hasn't? That ship's been running raids for decades now. Used to stop in New Amber, laden with spoils from Rautai traders. These days, I hear she spends most of her time prowling the Deadfire Archipelago. She points to the ship anchored in the distance. That's her. When she's at port, her captain, an elf named Merowith. names on her. Takes her shore leave over at the Charred Barrel in Brackenbury. Believe it or not, she likes her creature comforts. Shakes her head. That's what I'm talking about. When a pirate won't even set foot in the tavern on this side of town, it is high time for a new establishment. Tell me that the Red Dream is a pirate ship captained by an elf named Merowith. She to frequent the Charred Barrel in Brackenbury, and she's in town, which she is apparently now. And away we must go. Oh, but first let's take a stop in here. Since we're passing it. Locating the ringleader of the thugs, I may be able to put an end to the harassment around the brothel.
How do you do?
Ifrit wears a defiant expression and a sturdy yet battered suit of armor. She seems to bear each scratch and ding with pride. You look like one of the knights. Can I help you with something? Who are you? Ifrit, a lieutenant with the dozens, has her dented breastplate. Last fighting force in Defiance Bay that remembers what it means to be Direwooden. Unfortunately, I'm the only one who seems to care about the way May is squeezing the locals. Hear about that trouble. Ordinary Kith are angry, as they should be with that crooked Amal toadying up to the nobles. She sees the tragedy of the Waidwind's legacy to line her pockets. She's no better than the Aderian overlords we drove out 200 years ago. People around here know you to be an honest broker. She's made it so only the rich can afford her establishment. Yet she sits in the poorest district of Defiance Bay. What's that fair? Taking matters into our own hands, but she's the real criminal here. Don't you tell her to back down. Ooh. I'll see if I can get her to lower her prices. We'll see. We'll do that. Go with that. They made her lower her prices. But since we're over here, walk my butt over this way. Okay, Merowith should be straight to Mead. Okay. Merowith must be upstairs. Yes. Ah, there you are. I didn't peg you for a liar, at least not from what I've heard. She looks you over, narrowing her eyes. But that don't mean I believe you. She leans in, her voice is low hiss. Better explain what gave you such an interesting notion. Look for it every day. No, her smile flashes gold tooth. She turned me out. We were poorer than the fishermen who live there now, and when she learned I'd put food on our table with stolen coin, told me that if she never saw me again, it'd be the mercy of the gods. Her darkened eyes are filled with rage. I had nowhere else to go, and it was a rough life until I rose to captain. Well, she's still there. Turns her eyes away. Always so stubborn. I forget sometimes where I got it. Okay, perhaps it will do both of us some peace. Alright. There we go. Guess she shouldn't be a problem any longer. Nia's in Andra's gift, waiting for the good news. Perfect. Use this fast travel point to get there. We're here, we'll head to the Salty Mast.
Blew up my guard.
I didn't mean anything by it. I imagine a man with a head made of fire.
You
Good day, stranger.
lower your prices. Also, what I'm supposed to do, I have to provide certain measures for my employees and their clients, especially with so many hollowborn in the district. For the price of bitter squash as high as it is, I've got no choice but to raise mine. Taps their chest with a finger. Don't get me started on cutthroat business, not with the dominoes carrying on the way they do. I don't have enough for any of those. Talk to the dominoes for you. Raises her arms. It's your neck. Bracanta Domino would be the easiest to persuade. She handles family books. With any luck, you can find her at the manor over in Brackenbury. Just watch your step around here, but watch your step around all of them. What are my stats? I don't have enough for this. Intelligence is so high though. Oh, I should level up soon. Boy, that's a long way to travel.
Welcome.
Never guess what happened. Neil points to the lighthouse. I was keeping an eye out for you, and who strolls down the dock but Merowith herself? You should have seen the stare she got. She walks right into the lighthouse, never a word to anyone. Just when I'm sure she's met some awful fate in there, she strolls right out, still saying nothing to nobody. Now I'm hearing all sorts of rumors about Merowith and the last lighthouse keeper. I don't know what to believe, but everyone else around here is convinced that the place is safe again. I've even got the construction crew ready to start work. Awesome. She presses a big contented smile on her face, and now I've got you to thank. Here, this is for you. Come back when the renovations are done. I've got big plans for this place. 15 hours. Okay. My lockpicking is not, or my mechanics is not high. To Brackenberry, actually. See if there's any other quests along these docks here. Young lanky sailor is wringing his cap anxiously, blood beating on his furrowed brow. His eyes widen as you approach, and you take steps toward.
Welcome.
If you've a moment, you're not from around here, right? You don't look like you're from the docks. Use your help. What's the problem? Well, thank you. They weren't lying, saying they are a kind-hearted sort. Who are these people talking about me? Captain, or rather not the captain himself, but his chest. All the valuables in there, tucked away safe. I was unloading it with the rest of the things, with us staying in port a couple days, and I may have gotten a little distracted. I wasn't gone long, just an hour at the salty mast. When I got back, the chest was gone. It really hasn't been that long. Whoever took it can't be too far, but the shifts change, and I'm on watch. Can't sneak off to look for it. The captain will kill me if he do it. I'll get strung up on the yardarm. Please, if you can get it back for me, I swear by the flame, I'll make it worth your while. If you can have my pay, I won't be spending it. Captain for Fortunero finds out anyway. Got an idea? Well, the chest itself is pretty heavy. Nobody I've asked has seen it getting carried around either. I figured they must have snuck it off somewhere nearby, just out of sight. Can't have gone far. It's a good lock on it too, so I'm hoping they haven't gotten open. Unless they have an axe. They take an axe to it, I suppose. Got it open, I really am done for. But yeah. Don't send me any. Oh yeah, I'd like. Alright. Sure, I signed on about half a year ago. It pays decent. The sight of the sun coming up over the sea. You know, the captain is enjoying himself on shore. Unlikely they made it out of Yonder's gift. I should start my search here.
A dozen Adiran ships were shattered against these levies during the War of Defiance. Best to heed the astrologers, I find, where tides are concerned.
Place gets my blood beating in all the right places.
God's damn that son of a coup.
Oh. Everyone clenches her jaw and stares out toward the harbor with glimmering golden eyes. Eventually sensing your presence, she turns her feathered head toward.
Want to run it down on its luck, Valiant Trading Company? If you have more than half a brain, you could really do something. As long as you're willing to clean up a few bloodstains.
What's going on?
If I knew that, I'd be in a better mood. The only thing I know exactly is that Mestre Verzano is determined to wind up in a grave before the season turns.
One looks back at the warehouse for a moment, grimaces. After a slight nod in your direction, she storms off. Well, let's go check it out.
Hail and well met.
Welcome. This is your first visit to the Valiant Trading Company, is it not? Please let me know. What is this place? Valiant Trading Company is an association of merchants from the Valiant Republics. We oversee trade deals and negotiations on behalf of our merchants. Assistant manager. Boy, of all your ambitions would dignify any son. Okay. Bunch of stuff. Hey, man stands in the corner of the warehouse, directing traffic. Gems blink from the rainy rings on his fingers as he points outward.
Hail and well met.
Greetings, you have come to the warehouse and headquarters of the Valiant Trading Company. But you are late. I sent word to the expedition hall yesterday. The survey cannot wait. I must assume then that you are not from the company. I contacted the expedition hall, but you are here and they are not. A bag of bitter squash seeds, which are prized for their medicinal properties. Few merchants in Defiance Bay deal in them, but those who do know their value. My own couriers have been robbed and beaten these past few weeks. Alright. It would seem that some of my competitors resent my success. In any case, you are not an associate. You would be left alone, and if not, you look like you can handle yourself. And as for your integrity, I suppose I will just have to trust you. I'll do it. Excellent. Now, deliver this package to a man named Gareth at the Goose and Fox in Copper Lane. You'll know what to do with it. Turn to me.
Hail, traveler.
Oh, you must be in Pallegina. She's a paladin and employee of the Valiant Embassy. She's a good soldier, but not so good at taking orders. Too hot at her. That is no surprise. She's hot-headed, a woman in a brotherhood of paladins, and touched by the gods and such an okay. You do. Good cargo to and from. Wrong. Nothing, only that comes from your own fear. Okay. Alright, I could do that, but first I've got a task to take care of here in Udruskin. Actually, does this put me? I know it takes me back into the Valian, but right here. Okay.
Your brother. Did you and he get along?
We got along how brothers do. He used to throw water on me to wake me up in the morning. I used to fill his boots with stinging ants.
My own brothers and sisters are doing very well for themselves, back in Tekoa. I don't know that they'd search for me if I were killed so far from home.
Brothers can be funny. I bet you'd be surprised how far they'd go.
Looks like she hasn't slept in days. Here is a rat's nest of tangles. Got Darren. My son, his father Wade, took him fishing 2 days ago, and I haven't seen them since. The neighbors are no help, and the city watch hardly bothers with the gift these days. I get on the docks and look at myself, but I can't leave my baby. I don't dare take a Hollowborn out, what with the violence near the awful. His legacy is as potent in Defiance Bay as anywhere. People are scared and they're looking for blame, whether it's those women at the brothel or the families out. It'd be nice if a god or two stepped in and set people straight, but maybe that's just me. I don't approve of what goes on at Maya's place, but these attacks won't earn us the god's mercy, and it's only made it harder to earn them. What about Darren? Brave lad. A little too bold for his own good. Tell me about Wade. Doesn't know whether to rejoice or to rue that he comes home as often as he does. He spends most of his time and all our money in drinking at the brothel. Questions? I'll be back if I see anything. Well, last said Darren when he left his father to go fishing at the docks. Perhaps I should speak to David. Yeah. Hey, you're a sailor. Solid. Oh, Balder Three Fingers. Four people stand together around what appears to be a wooden chest. One of them, a grizzled and rough-looking character, looks up at you, then sneers. Took a friend somewhere, did you? Let's turn around and walk on. A snapping sound from the direction of the chest, and a second, smaller man lets out a frustrated groan. Damn it! It's the second lockpick. Oh. Locked down the last pier. Well, I think I've found them. So. Oh. The chest bears a large embossed sigil of a ship and the word Fortinero. Take it. Around here somewhere. Book it. Anything? Nope. Got nothing to tell me. Okay. You're a soul, aren't you?
Hello.
No. You, don't look like a guard. Hey, you wouldn't be interested in making some coppers, would you? Oh, what you got? As he shifts from one hand to the other. Shows you the object in his hand is a large round opal with Engwithan runes carved into it. It glistens with his sweat. See the ship that went down over there? I've been looking for someone to help me recover some missing cargo. Tell me about it. We started in Cold Morn and we're making our way down the river, loading and unloading as we went. Business is... What happened? When we reached Aina's Rest, we may have agreed to take on a few crates from some place called the Cleabin Relag. A couple of the lads snuck a peek at the cargo. Suits of armor and a broken scepter. Don't know why anyone would want a broken anything, but these animancers will buy dirty stockings if you say they came from the ruins. We were almost to Defiance Bay when the screaming started. I've seen my share of brawls, but this sounded different. I was topside with the captain, but he and the first mate went below decks to see what all the commotion was about. When they didn't come back, I looked in the hold. Saw one of those suits of armor, walking around all by itself. It was covered in blood. When it saw me, it started running for the hatch, so I closed it. The ship get here? I'm just a deckhand, but I was the only one left. I piloted the ship as best as I could, but I hit rocks as we were passing Brackenbear. I barely made it to Andra's gift before I had to jump overboard and swim for the docks. Up on the cargo, not to mention payday, when one of the lads pulled this up in his net. My survival sucks. Part of that scepter, from what I recall, there were 3 other pieces, and I bet you anything there's somewhere in the shallows too. If anyone could find them, there'd profit. Find the missing pieces of the artifact, and I've got an animator friend from my expedition days who will find you a stack of coppers. All I want of this is a few hundred pans for my lost payday. That sounds fair to you. I'll give you this stone in the name of contact once you have everything else. Seeing as the kid dredged this stone up in his net, I'd wager you could probably find the missing pieces out in the shallows during the tide. An idea what your ancestor friend wants with the relic? She was always tinkering with these things back when we were young. I used to think she was retiring to some dusty study in Drakenberry, but after that horror on the boat, I'm thinking she was. Seen a boy named Darren. I see him near every time I'm at port. He's the one who found the opal. Good kid, despite that loafer of a father. Okay. Runs more often than sober. Any idea where he is now? That boy loves the ships. He's probably playing pirates with the sailors if he hasn't stowed away with the cargo. Cool. What's business? Owner's gift. Alright. Destined cargo. Yep. I'll get to that. I'll have to go to Salty Mass to check out Father as well.
How do you do?
Contents intact. Glad to help. We're close to leveling up. And have 12 hours. So. Alright guys, gotta answer this. Okay, let's go. Go this way. Now what? Entirety. Well, let's check out. Go. Let's see. What was his name again? I don't know.
Hello.
You'll know. Oh. Big Dermsy, eh? Oh.
Hail, traveler.
Of a story I told. What club? The club for refined and prestigious gentlemen. Hey, if you don't know about the club, you must be. Bye. What in the world? Okay then. What else? Let's go upstairs. Remember a C? Club for refined. Okay. Not him. Okay, well apparently he's not here.
Well?
Alright, what else? Oh, there's people here. Oh no, there's souls here. And the ship's at the docks. And the other pieces of the artifact will probably have washed into the shallows or on the docks. I might be able to figure out what that item is. You guys are.
Good day, stranger.
Huh? Oh, sure. He wanted to play on the ship, but I couldn't let him. Alright. Off. So bad.
Welcome.
I'm going towards the salty mast. Okay. So everything's pointing towards the salty mast. So before I go back there, go do this.
You must have seen some amazing sights on your way north.
Sure. Helago. The mountain halls of these northern dwarves? Plenty.
I haven't been further south than the Deerwood myself. Maybe I'll come back after I've convinced the Ranga Nui and see all those things for myself.
I hope you do.
Hello.
Need to speak to Briganta. Upstairs in the hall. Perfect.
Well met, friend.
With your eyes, I don't know who told you that, but even if it were true, you're asking for a favor, and I only do favors for friends. We could be friends, I just need to know something from you first. Oh, what kind of favor? You're someone who may or may not be named Kolfeg insulted me, I'd like you to make an example out of him. I hate to stifle your imagination, just see that you teach him a lesson he won't soon forget. That's the spirit. I know that little runt holds up. Oh my gosh, back to Ondra's gift. Are you serious? British warrior leaves the stronghold. Oh. Might have been able to hire him. Alright. Oh well. Hey, you. Now, wait just a minute. I'm staying clear of the dominoes. You understand? Surely we can put this behind us. What did you do? Well, she wasn't my type. Good grief. Maybe not as tactfully as that, but I didn't want trouble with the most dangerous man in Defiance Bay. I thought she'd take it so personally. You have to tell me twice. They won't find me. I promise. I'm to bless you. Alright, get out of here. Back to Brackenberry.
Hey. One company? Just a thought.
Ader wants another dog. Well, it's just like D&D. It's like there are moments where it's awesome, big adventures going to places, and then and obviously that's the point. It's been it's been like D&D, but they really nailed the go to this place, talk to this person. Okay, now go to this place, talk to this person. They want you to do something. Go to this place, talk to this person. Now go back to this other place, the place you've already been. Talk to this person. Like, oh my goodness. Lie. Hey, there we go. And anytime you want to come back, you can have a look at my special wares. Awesome. How about you make bitter squash more affordable? Fair enough. Awesome. Yeah. Ooh, that's a level up. Let's increase my mechanics. Oh, let's see. Yeah, draining touch. Yeah, we'll go with draining touch. Got here. Arcane Veil conjures protective shield of magic. And with its deflection. Was to smash an enemy with a grimoire energized with spiritual energy, causing large damage and knocking them straight back. Its power of blast, negating some of the target's damage reduction. Or another second level spell. stealth as well. Let's increase your stealth. I'll use it eventually. Applies enemies in the area of effect. Hunters 3 worms into existence to fight for the party. That'd be nice. Massive stray soul fragments to form 2 will-o-wisps that fight. As enemies in the terrified, decreases the duration of defense against hobbled, stuck, paralyzed, and petrified effects for allies. There's something deep inside enemies. Let's go with the worms. Spirits improves the chanter's connection to the soul fragments that they employ, increasing memory's healing capacity. Yeah, let's do that. And we got a level up here as well. Increase the stealth. Vicious companion. Trains their dangerous animal companion in vicious tactics, causing it to deal more damage and penetrating action with each hit. Ooh, that might be nice. Your wounding shot. Killing companion rangers and companion gains improved damage reductions against all types. Merciless animal companions use small amounts of sneak attack damage against targets that qualify. Go vicious. Awesome. Three hours left in the Western Barbican. Do I have the barracks built? No. I don't. Alright, back to Odra's Gift. Back to the Salty Mast. Wander's Gift. Salty Mast.
Hail and well met.
Dominoes have agreed to lower the price of bitter squash just for you. News worth celebrating. I'll see that the rest of the district can afford to celebrate too. Take some coppers and enjoy yourself. And if you choose to have your fun here, enjoy my special discount. And should you choose. If you just need some rest, the room is yours for free. Nice. Go ahead, really, I'll just wait by the bar with a glass of something that kills disease. Just what can I do for streppiancy? This? No, I don't need that. Oh, there's more level ups for the rest of my party. Awesome. A dampener. Because Manila is bounding missiles. Bonus second level spell. Your athletics. Wary Defender. The fighter's awareness while in defender mode, granting a bonus of fortitude reflexes it. Sure. Brilliant Radiance. Enemies take burn damage from the priest's holy radiance. That's those take increase. Damns the priest's foes, dazing any enemies in the area. Wow. Everyone receives less healing from the priest's holy radiance, but the priest gains a bonus to all attributes. Allies get an accuracy bonus from the priest's holy radiance. Do that. Awesome.
How do you
can't
do?
tell me. Hey, there he is. As they're filled with shame and self-loathing, what do you want from me? Your son's missing. Not like that. I was taking the boy fishing and I just wanted to stop on the way for a drink. A quick one, so I told him to wait for me outside. I only meant to stay a few minutes, but by the time I came out, he was gone. I know what I'm going to tell Ada. I'm going to look for him anyway. Crap. Left the boy for a quick drink and lost track of him. He's too ashamed to return home.
Hail and well met.
When sculptures underfoot, crowds scuttle out of the this. Young boy's corpse lies at your feet, half covered in dirt and seaweed. His hands have stiffened around a dagger. A soul lingers nearby, something confused and lost in the seaside fog. As you reach for the soul, lashes out, glowing mist strikes at the air around you. The soul can't touch you, but you feel it burn with the old rage. How soul flickers ripples towards you timidly at first. As it swirls around you, you experience wonder, fear, and the joy of running between the ships at noon. With a jolt, it pulls you into the streets around the salty mast. Women with painted faces weave between men stumbling in and out of the lamplight. Father's gone in for a drink, just like always. He said he'd only be a few minutes, but it's been hours. The man guarding the door only laughed when he tried to explain this. There's always a back door. In an alley, two men have cornered a woman. Her cheeks are streaked with tears. She's backed against the wall and looking away. They're inching closer. You step forward, the men barely acknowledge you, but the woman looks at you, a plea in her eyes. You've seen that look in Beast's Graves. St. Paul-born sister, that time father took her from her splintering cradle into the filled wash basin. You were brave that day. The knife is in the thug's belt, it's in your hands, and now it's in his thigh. You're small and fast, but not fast enough. Fingers bite into your arm, and a muddy boot sails toward your face. Then, everything is muffled by cold, brackish water. Soul retreats from you, it pulses with. Aaron's soul absorbs this thought and ebbs in the ocean's mist. Dagger. Letter B is carved in the pommel. I know exactly who this belongs to. I've attempted to talk to him several times.
Bring them down!
Hit him. Alright, Ringblood's dead.
Still alive?
And Animatic's dead. With an Scepter Shaft. Gotta find the other piece. Hey, there's the base.
Hail and well met.
One, two pieces they seem to fit, but something else is still missing. Oh gosh, Gringo. Had healed, that's not cool.
Kill them all!
Can't get a good shot with this.
Bring them down!
Yep.
Of course.
There's the last piece. I believe Durance now has a sprained wrist and bruised ribs. Yep, perfect. Bloody wonderful.
Hail, traveler.
I have 3 pieces. And if you're willing, I'll give you this last piece. Someone will buy it all. All I want is 200 pounds. How about 100? I'm just trying to get by until the next job. Yeah, I'll give you 100 for it. Secondary Sanitarium. I'm non. Okay. First, let's pop up here. This belong to you? That's mine, alright? No one touches my dagger and lives. Save yourself the trouble. Bring it.
Kill them!
Ooh, he exploded.
Bring them down!
Oh, no chance. And 27. Oh, it's two-handed now. Yeah. This Curse of Blackened Sight. Perfect. Other, no. Alright, cool. Which one is... There's Otto's house. Hey, Western Barbican construction complete. Oh, he's dead? That can't be. What happened? Oh, he's defending someone. How could this make it any better? I would never have let my boy die for one of those women, and yet, I only pray the gods will be kinder to him in the next life. Maybe there's hope for one of his children. Suppose it's better to know the truth than to keep wondering. Like, well, at least for here, take these. Been saving several keepsakes for Darren one day, but he won't need them now, and I doubt I'll have another child to pass them on. She was saving a dagger for this child. Okay, let's find a ring of protection. I don't think it stacks. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Actually, you know what? We're gonna give it endurance. He goes down a lot. Okay, since the Western Barbican is done, let's start with the barracks. We've done 2 days, alright. Copper Lane, okay. Go to Copper Lane. Gareth out of Goose and Fox. Okay. Boy watches a passerby and counts a grimy handful of coins. His face and arm is covered with dirt, but except for the grass stains, his clothes are in good condition. As you approach, he blinks and makes a quick, furtive effort to pocket his. Boy stares at you, his mouth hanging open. After several seconds, frozen in silence, he squints and mumbles, "Not on your head." He snaps out of his trance but continues to watch you in fascination. "Hey, mister, you want to know a secret? I know a real good secret. And the hardest bargains still come from my 7-year-old. What's the secret? I just saw folks hiding some really neat things. I could show you where, but Mom and Dad told me not to talk to strangers. Maybe you can help me with something, then we wouldn't be strangers." "Help with what?" "Crucible Knights have these daggers made out of March steel. It's the best steel around, except for Durgan steel, which doesn't count because no one makes it anymore. Anyway, there's this merchant over by the expedition hall, and he has a dagger made of real March steel. He said he wouldn't sell it to me because I'm a kid, and kids don't know anything about daggers, but that's not true. I know lots about daggers. I know about different kinds of steels. I know how the Crucible Knights make them in a forge, and I know that the tip can pierce low-gauge scale armor. That one that's good and sharp can cut through bone. See, I know plenty about daggers, and I really, really want this one, and if you could just get it for me, I promise I'll never ever ask anyone for anything ever again." I used to have a knife when I was his age. I don't know a better way to learn what you should and shouldn't stab. I said we'd give him a chance. Yeah, why not? I knew a real adventurer would understand. There's a big merchant over by Admis Den who sells weapons. He's the one with the dagger. Wait for here for you. Alright. I'll go there after I take care of this. I find Gareth. You remind me of the babe. I saw my baby crying hard as babies could cry. What could I do? Hey, there you are. Verrazano has a delivery for you. Keep your voice down, will you? Dominoes have spies everywhere. Tell Verrazano this is the last time I'm buying from him. It's getting too dangerous for me. Did I just do something illegal? No. Something I've heard? No, I have heard. Bitter squash seeds, they interrupt pregnancies. Even though they're not exactly legal, many folks nowadays prefer them to the risk of hollowborn or celery seed. Uh-oh. Woman swaggers in, her polished boots flacking the floor with slow, deliberate steps. Her fierce warps her smooth face. "Gareth, I'm hurt. You promised to buy only from me. What's the girl to think?" Girl to think. Gareth bows, his knees locking together. "Please, my lady, I was just explaining that I don't do business with anyone else. For this one last time, right?" Anna crosses her arms and rocks back on her heels. There's always one more deal, until you run out of credit, that is. Anna turns and regards you, looking you up and down. "And just who are you? You don't exactly like a seed dealer. Look like a seed dealer." "Someone making a delivery. Verrazano put you up to this, didn't he? That old fool's on a sinking ship, and he's determined to drag anyone who gets close enough down with him. Gareth here knew better, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. In fact, I'll also give you a chance to get even with the imbecile who's been playing us both." Want to do that? Why wouldn't you? He used you to do his dirty work without telling you anything about what you were carrying or crossing. Of course, I'd also consider it a personal favor, and House Domino is never stingy with its friends. Loyal ones. Better make up your mind quickly because we're going to pay him his dues one way or another. Just make it out. A merchant selling weaponry near the expedition hall has a dagger.
Good day, stranger.
A crucial knife to use? Well, let me guess. You've been talking to that kid, right? I've been tempted to sell it to you anyways and let the little rascal learn his lesson, but a pack of adventurers already took it off my hands. Where are they now? Folk like that only visit Copperland to crew up at Admeth's Den, Expedition Hall, or down Pint. You weren't headed into the den? Well, you got my... Okay. Get your hands on one. A lot of steel passes through my hands, friend. I don't make it my business to ask where it all comes from. Appreciate the concern, but there's no need to worry. I keep my nose clean enough. Alright. Back in the... Gosh dang it. Just in there. Just there. I should have friggin' talked to him while I was out. You're a soul. Okay, philosophy on the other side of the curtain? Sure. I believe all these guys are souls as well. Go upstairs. Alpha, E.
Well met, friend.
Weaksel. There we go. Orland man relaxes with feet propped up on the table. See, is what I did, and a fine piece it is. I don't know of any more circulating in the city outside the steel and the crucible keep, of course. How much? Thing is, how there's a sudden demand for this. 100 pans seems fair. It's not as high as you think. Be too careful around the authorities these days, especially as an Orland. Fine, I'll sell it, but not for less than 50. Sure. Who are you? The name's Two-Tone Weaksel. The lady next to me is Key. About our fun with the expeditions, but we were hoping to enjoy a little peace and quiet for the next few days anyway. I'm Dreadshot Dayton. This is Herdy and Ilfa. Part of separate expedition teams, but we both suffered losses and decided to band together. Beasts, barbarians, and beeswax. Okay, we're gonna return this to Gordy and then we're gonna take a break so I can get some food. I am hungry. Alright, kid, have the dagger. Careful with it. I'm going to be just like the Crucible Knights. Flips the weapon in the air and grabs at the hilt, almost slicing his palm open in the process. His eyes dart away from yours as he sheathes the dagger. What about that secret? Some of the actors hide something under a loose stone near the theater. Probably nothing as good as a March steel dagger, though. Awesome. That dressed woman has a gaze that can cut stone. She turns her cheekbones to the sky and favors you with a look of acknowledgement. Her eyes shimmer under silvered eyeshadow and the razor precise line of kohl. Before you can speak, she throws her hand up in
Greetings.
dramatic fashion. Autographs as a performance, please. Great art requires great concentration, and greatness is expected from the revel of stars. Entirely on the demands of the role. Pallid Knight, the Wood of the Wood, and the Warrior Queen Makka, at different times. Of course. What do you take? How long do you keep them? And so there's a secret around here. I mean, this looks like the theater to me. There it is. Oaken's scarab figurine. Wooden beetle has had lifelike detail carefully burned into this hard shell. Oh, summoned 3 wooden beetles. Okay. Pretty cool. I'll go back to on just get. But we're gonna take a break. I will be back. I'm back. It fell apart. Had to get a fork. Burrito fell apart like immediately. Well, almost fell apart. It won't last much longer. Okay. Let's go back to Andrew's gift. Again. Okay. Yep, I just gotta open this burrito up. Eat it with a fork.
How do you do?
Domino's were there. I'm so careful. Always following the verb for La Vida. Yeah, well, they did.
Well, well. Is this your last day among the living, Verzano?
Timing is impeccable, Tella Pelagina. Dominoes are after me. Please, you've got to
As
stop
if
them.
any of this were ever in my hands. The Republics considered your business worth protecting based on its success. That success depended on cooperation with the locals, like House Dominel. You've lost that. And the favor of the Dukes.
Oof. I ain't gonna interrupt. I'm gonna let him talk.
Even if you get out of this alive, they're done with you. The Dukes have more pressing interest in Defiance Bay than rescuing one merchant who threw himself overboard.
Verrazano falls to his knees and clasps his hands together. Have mercy, Pelagina. I don't stand a chance against the Dominoes, cries the trembling lip. I brought failure and shame on myself, but you can't mean to watch your countrymen die like a dog.
Vetsano. Why are you wasting your precious breath on me? My orders come through the ambassador, and through the ambassador from people you should be honored ever gave a moment's thought to whether you live or die. You don't seem like the sort to petition the gods to keep him out of hell. So why not cry mercy to the one person in this room with the power to grant it?
Ooh. Hmm.
Vedzan,
I'm trying to be the good guy.
you have a saint looking
Less
out
dead.
for you after all.
Get less people killed.
Just don't come knocking on the embassy door. Understand? Do as you will. He's no longer my concern.
Alright, see ya. Dennis saunters through the door, flanked by a squad of Domino foot soldiers. She lets her gloved hand rest on the hilt of her weapon. Tear curdles on her face as she looks at you. Seems I was wrong to overlook your blunder. Rest assured, I never make the same mistake twice.
Lift up.
She died. Oh shoot, did he die? I wanted to keep him from dying. Yeah, we're gonna reload. But only once. We're not gonna, do it multiple
As
times.
you wish.
Good day, stranger.
Well, as if any of these were. Even if you get there, you'd.
Doesn't matter to me whether his people die or not. As long as he doesn't die. There we go. He likes to shoot from his forehead and looks around the warehouse with the wide, fearful eyes of a hunted animal. Can't thank you enough, amigo. Imiko? This won't stop the dominoes for long. I've got to get out of here, and I recommend that you do too. That's all I have after this ill-fated venture. Thank you again, and please look out for yourself.
As you wish.
Hey.
Figure this stuff out. There's only one spell that I don't know. Oh, dagger. Up here, maybe? Nope. Oversee. I just got a message from DoorDash saying it was super busy right now. No, it's not. There's nothing. Actually, it's not busy at all. Go to first fires.
As you wish.
Welcome.
Ah. It's Vetsano plays with fire and someone else always pays the price for it. Your charity is more than he deserves. Still, at least I don't have to deal with him anymore. For that, I'm grateful. Whether you intended to or not, you've done the Valian Republics a service today, ridding us of him. I work closely with the embassy to protect our interests, but lately I think our gaze has been too narrow. You clearly have pursuits of your own in the city, but I think we could help each other out. If you're interested in doing some work for us. Officially, I mean. We can go together and I'll introduce you to the ambassador. Good. Maybe I can finally do something more worthwhile than playing nanny to merchants.
Safe travels.
Anna for child of 5 sons. We're still going to first fires. The paladin, huh? Around the palace. Crucible Keep. There we go. See, it's right here.
All these circling feet heading nowhere.
Dosti, huh?
Ambassador Augusti, I would speak with you on a matter of some urgency and great importance.
Again, if this is the same matter we previously discussed, I doubt I will be convinced any more easily. Ambassador appears mildly annoyed by your interjection and turns his attention back to Pelagia.
Ambassador, I implore you to take a step back and look at this again.
Enough. We're not going over Defiance Bay's Animancers again. The Duke's Bell's desires have not changed since the last time we spoke. If you haven't heard, word of your insubordination has already found the ears of the Duchessa of Viagep, Duke of Salona. There are murmurs that you cannot be trusted to fulfill your duties, unless this talk reaches the shores of Spirento. Aggressive demeanor drains to a state of shock and worry, but she remains silent. It doesn't, but it would be fortuitous if your investigation took Twin Elms, because that's where Pelagia will meet.
What is it the Dukes need of me, Ambassador?
The Direwoods' instability has created an opportunity for us to take over their trade with Ire Glanfath. We'll need to meet with the Glanfathans soon to secure upcoming trade arrangements. The roads to Twin Elms can be dangerous, of course, but that's why you'll be our representative.
It shows the Ambassador. But won't this provoke the Dear Woodens? Their country is falling apart, and we are already dividing up their trade alliances.
Broke them into what? Going to war? Through no fault of the Republic's, the Deerwoods' armies have been deprived of an entire generation of soldiers. It would be foolish not to take advantage of the situation. If we don't, the Red Sarens will.
More than that, Ambassador, there is a practical element to consider. We may profit in the short term from this arrangement, but what of the future? The Deerwood won't forget, and the Republics may pay the price for it.
Master sighs. We're not the Dukes, Pelagina. It's their decision and our job to carry out the orders. It's not like they're asking you to assassinate someone. Pelagina raises an eyebrow and clenches her jaw but remains silent. Pelagina, Pelagina, shakes his head. Go to Twin Elms, speak to the Amenfath, impress upon her the instability of the Darewood, and reassure her of the Valian Republic's desire to open safe trade.
Ambassador.
Now you plan on investigating this crisis together, but I hope you understand Pelagina's responsibilities. I'm gonna wink obnoxiously.
Of course not, Ambassador. I will attend to the Amenfath as soon as I am able to travel to Twin Elms. Could have gone better. I appreciate that you stood up for me, but it's hard to persuade the Ambassador to go against the Duke's orders. Enough wisdom for both of us. Now, I just need to find out how to get to Twin Elms before the Ambassador loses his patience.
So I fear that making this deal with the Glenfathans will further weaken the Deerwood and make trouble for the Republic in the years to come.
I wish I knew.
In the Valian Republics. Alright, that's in Twin Elms, so I don't need to do that yet. And now we're going to Crucible Keep. I need to get some guards for my keep. I keep losing money to bandits.
That's what Cleaver's
There's
been looking
research.
for anyway. If you found it, I guess I've got to start.
Not I'm surprised someone as strong-willed as you is along with it. Made it clear to Cleaver that this is a mistake, trying to harness souls like this. The crime against the gods is bound to earn us more trouble than it saves. But Cleaver's given me orders, so I've got to build these things if I can. Anyway, Cleaver's told me I'm to sell you any arms or armor you might want. Don't find better anywhere to find better. I
Now,
promise you that.
time to see if that Valian was worth all that blood and copper. I'll be damned. To be honest, even I wasn't expecting it to work this well. Back to it. Cleaver will want me to finish the rest of them. And it sounded like he has
Be
a
right
job for you, too.
Okay. That's done. The Rogue Knight. Find the Aaron breastplate. Believes his rival might have forged a document from Dunrid Row, verifying the purity of his soul. Penhelm's forgery. Man at the Expedition Hall in Copper Lane told me that his breastplate would be somewhere in the Crucible Keep in First Fires. He also mentioned that Penhelm, the keeper of the armory, was one of the officers who had him expelled and is unlikely to return the heirloom willingly. A cool thing. I don't know, let's look for Penhelm real quick. He's right there.
Good day to you.
Got any self-respect you won't associate with him, or with any of his new friends at the Expedition Hall for that matter. Scams and delinquents, a lot of them. Osric has always held some controversial opinions. They went overlooked for the longest time because his family has such an extensive history of service in the crew. Finally went too far. He had the gall to suggest that we had strayed too far from our roots, that some of our officers were beginning to resemble a dear nobility. He would have us all wear rough spun and fight with forge hammers. I merely reported the statement to him. What good comes with a sentimentality? We've outgrown the past. Sometimes you need to move on. Outgrown it like an old sealskin coat? You adapt with the times, sure, but that's a bit naive. It was. It became property of the Crucible Knights when he was discharged. Now it's mine. Not for sale, if that's what you're wondering. Not every day you find armor that was used in rebellion. What would you know about that? It's perfectly convenient for him to cast versions with his pedigree in the Knights. Penhelm seems to have taken Osric's armor for his own, but I have his affidavit in hand as a possible bargaining chip. In the cipher, he signed off on Penhelm's affidavit, works at Hadrit House in Brackenbury. You know for certain whether or not the affidavit is genuine. Alright, time to go back to Brackenbury. Brackenbury. Hadrit House. Curran.
Good day to you.
As a cipher, it's my job to know these things. Tell me. But like, unfortunately, my duties for Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. Is this affidavit real? It's signed by you. I remember Penhelm, a printing peacock of a man, his mouth dry and his hands moist when I told him he was the sole descendant of a Adirian general, one who'd fought against Hadrit's rebellion. A forgery, and not the first I've seen, but I've no time for the knights and the sessions. To his commander Cleaver and show him the seal. He compares it with another, we will spot the difference. Doom man for the soul the gods gave him? Seems rather unfair. At liberty to discuss my work. Unfortunately, Denver Row ears only. Million would need the confidence of a Lady Webb before I could share. Born growing unrest and the ever-present political intrigues, with so many missing souls, missing persons are the least of our concerns. Cipher, in Angland we were once known as Brishal Gwyn, Lion Hunter. Nice title, yes, but it wasn't until the Animisters began working with my kind 40 years ago that we understood our power. Alright. Back to Commander Cleaver. Oh, Helm's face is white. Just talked to the little cipher, did you? One of my novitiates told me he'd seen someone in the records room. Give me the affidavit. I've done nothing to you. Yeah. What truth? That over a century ago, was some Adiran who's dust in the ground now? Agreed. I'll ask you one more time. Get that back. Which is why everyone was shocked to hear that you assaulted a company of Crucible Knights without provocation, including one with such a spotless record as mine. Come on, Penhelm.
Kill them all.
Oh wait, you still up? There we go.
At least we don't have to listen to him anymore.
Oh, hold on, is he dead? No, he's not. Okay. I was like, did Durance just die? The helm has been dealt with, and the breastplate is now in my possession. Osterk will want to know outcome. Experience 5 months rock, 150 to 300 copper and treasure. Minor item. I should also go to Cleaver. Tell him. See if I can tell him about. Okay. But first I should rest before, Durance gets his butt kicked even more.
Hail, traveler.
Your rooms. Plus 10 will? Heck yeah. In 8 hours. Okay. Cleaver should be up here.
Dunstan will complete the first squad of Forge Knights in no time. I've made a copy of Viana's research, and the High Justice has sent a courier to Anslog's Compass to retrieve it. The dozens have gotten too active for the courier to come to Defiance Bay. And after Viana's kidnapping, we've got to assume they know about our plans. That's why I'm sending you to deliver the research. You shouldn't be recognizable to the dozens. Yet.
My justice is something. After this, I expect to learn of your association with us, and they won't be too happy about it. Neither with the Dominoes. Neither will the Dominoes. They're trying to expand the family business and resent us for standing in the way.
Anslog's Compass is a small lagoon just north of Defiance Bay. Your contact will be a commander named Arenroad. She'll meet you by the docks. Return to me when you've finished. The High Justice...
Where is he? Copper Lane. Gotta go to Copper Lane. Oh, I suppose I just could have gone now. Oh well. Go. Oh. Since I've been working with the Crucible Knights, he won't give me anything, huh? Yikes. But you, the back of the breastplate. You managed this. Well, you're right about the affidavit. Came in ended like that, but he's the lying weasel who started this. You did all I asked, and you are owed much. He withdraws a leather coin purse from his pockets and hands it to you. Bought by Sonald's shop on the other side of the hall. She sells some of the best gear in the city, and I'll see that she opens her inventory to you. Keepsake, it commemorates the Order of Magrin, highest order of valor, awarded to the dead, never the living. Us Deerwoodens, real Deerwoodens, we don't have nobility or birthrights unless you're some copper fucker from Ader. All we got's the honor we bring to our family name. Their Magerness, well, they don't give it out too much. Not often you see a member of the dozens whose revolutionary ties are as good as he says they are. So this, he pauses, considering the weathered metal, a pale image of its former self but still catching light. Something to live up to. Yeah. So the cliffs he saw in the villain, in the vision, okay. For the endless paths. For the endless paths. I'm traveling with Durance. I'm editor to the Records Archive. Records of the Saints' War and archive in the Ducal Palace. Let's see if we can get in. I don't think we can. I think we tried. Oh, either way, I'm gonna call it there for the day. Nice 3-hour stream. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna call it there and relax a bit before rehearsals. Slash get ready for rehearsals. So I will be back tomorrow with more. Either early in the morning or late at night because I have a lot of jobs to do tomorrow. So bye.